Young here. I'd like to suggest that as you present these various progress reports on ongoing projects, which you'll be doing on a regular basis, that you include some additional information that would assist the public and the taxpayers to understand more about the projects, in addition to the pictures that you're showing us. And what I would like to suggest is that you include the original budget, both for construction, architects, project management, and other costs with a total, the current budget for both the construction, architect, project management costs, and then the actuals for each of those. The original construction contract, the change order amount and the percentage, the change order by type. For example, architectural errors, which I believe is your code type 3, owner's request, and so on. I think it would be useful, in addition to showing us the amount of change orders and percentage, to show us a breakout by your classification codes. I think it would be very helpful. There's been a lot of discussion in the press and tonight in terms of the costs per square foot and the cost per student. I think that would be useful on each project. I would hope that when you do those costs that you would include all phases. Some of these projects have multi-phases. So you take phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, but if you take all 18 phases and some of these projects and you add it together, you'll get a different number. And we probably need a standard methodology in terms of how we compute those costs per square foot, cost per student, so that we can apply it uniformly on each of the progress reports. I think it would be helpful to show the original planned start date for the project and the current start date, the original planned end date and the current planned end date. I also think it would be of interest to have the history of the contractor in terms of previous contracts that they had with the school districts. For example,
architect, so you mean the architect or do you mean the subcontractor?
The contractor. I'm talking about the general contractor. To know if that general contractor on the project we had 3 years ago had 25% change orders, I think that would be of interest to know as we review the change order history on the current contract that he has or she has. Additionally, I think it would be useful to have a history of the change orders for the architect on prior projects. So we could see if that architect on a prior project had code 3 architect errors of 23% and how that compares with the current project for that architect. And I believe that data is available. I think your Primavera codes your change orders. I think it would also be useful to understand what cost-saving methods were considered. For example, reuse of plans or other cost-saving methods, which are some of the things that your CVOC is supposed to review as part of their statutory responsibilities. Also, I think it would be useful to list all the phases on each site so that you can see kind of this whole cost picture on that particular site.
Great presentation for you. We'll really do the project justice in this part of the slide. So this picture hopefully works out on what the finance facility. Very, very brief background on the project itself. Up here, various means of site community with the city, a lot of coordination. It's on a busy road, a lot of traffic impact. Coordination studies, presentations, discussions, a hillside that had some concerns that are being addressed right now to make sure that those are mitigated so it's not a problem going forward. Multi-phasing, we heard a little bit about that and have gone through a lot of development of those phases, what the right approach was, what could be managed through. And then considerations have been several offsite improvements that have been undertaken to date. Generally, building right now is 28,000 square feet